My girlfriend of 3 years suggested an open relationship and I've been tormenting her ever since. For some context, I'm a bit of a sensitive bitch. My first serious girlfriend really fucked me up and it took a long time to get over it and learn to trust women again. In fact, the first girl I've legitimately trusted and allowed myself to open up to is my current soon-to-be ex-girlfriend. She knew about this and witnessed firsthand what a cold piece of shit I was to other girls. Before we got together, I was planning on marrying her in the not-so-distant future and she seemed over the moon about it. She brought up the idea of an open relationship before we got married and it was official and my heart immediately sank into my stomach. She was the one girl I didn't expect this from because she supposedly loved me and loved the idea of traditional marriage, kids, etc. She reconnected with some old friends recently who aren't too big on boyfriends/husbands, and I think they must have planted the seed. But it killed me nonetheless. All those feelings of anger and betrayal came flooding back and I don't think I'll ever truly get over it or trust women again as far as I can throw them in the context of a relationship. I sort of just went cold on her when she suggested the idea and said sure she would have shut it down if she gave an iota of a fuck about my feelings after she saw my reaction. But I guess she didn't. So I downloaded a bunch of dating apps and started reconnecting with some of the girls I used to sleep with. And with some of my other scumbag guy friends, 2 of whom are club promoters. I don't think I've stayed at our place for 3 consecutive nights, and I've been openly sleeping with other girls for months now. I can see how the way I'm going about things is devastating for her, but I just don't give a shit anymore. Emotionally speaking, it feels like I've just gone back in time. I walked in on her crying in the bathroom several times, but I just walked back out and shut the door. I don't ask her where she goes or who she sees. She's effectively just a roommate at this point, and I think that's what bothers her the most. We still have sex, but she's just another girl I stick my dick into. At this point, it's just something to do on a rainy Sunday afternoon. It doesn't hold any real significance or meaning for me anymore. I would move out and just get a new place, but the lease wouldn't be up for a while, and I'm saving money for a house, so just breaking up and moving on isn't a viable option at the moment. I honestly don't think I'll ever take what women say to me at face value relationship-wise ever again. All the I love you just seems like empty words. Fool me twice, shame on me and all that. It just seems like they'll stab you in the heart or hit you with the I'm not sure if I have feelings for you anymore routine. At some point I've given up on the idea of permanence as far as relationships go and I'll probably just find someone to have children and co-parent with at some point. The only people I need in my life to get any real emotional fulfillment. And who forever applies to our blood relatives and my 3 best brothers who have known for over a decade. Everything else is just temporary. Lol at it. A lot of people seem to be under the impression that I should have voiced my disagreement etc. but I think that would have been pointless. I'm not naive enough to think that she didn't already have someone in mind that she wanted. Fuck. If she hadn't already fucked him, that is. She knew what views in my history were and still decided to suggest something so disgusting. I mentally checked out of the relationship the moment an open relationship was mentioned. It's the most disrespectful and degrading shit you could possibly say to someone who has a modicum of self-respect. It's borderline cheating in my opinion. No amount of communication would have changed my mind on the subject if she thought she could have her cake and eat it. Too low. Maybe she thought I didn't have any options and I would just gravel and go along with her gross suggestion like some spineless worm.